Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. Today, we're diving into a highly practical curriculum to help you really elevate your spoken English. We are going to build your vocabulary from the ground up, and we're starting with a topic that honestly touches all of our lives: friends and friendship.
This incredible material comes straight from the World of English curriculum by Nitish Kumar. And, English truly is a global language. It opens up literally endless opportunities, whether you're looking to learn, speak, understand, or just connect with people all around the world. So we're bringing that professional, high-quality framework right to you today.
The whole philosophy here is that learning a language shouldn't feel like a chore, right? It should be engaging, interactive, and honestly, just fun. So shake off any of those learning nerves, get comfortable, and let's get ready to interact with some fantastic new words and phrases together.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First up, rules and a quick warm-up, then core vocabulary, a really cool pronunciation trick, and some handy proverbs. We'll wrap it all up with a model paragraph and a homework plan.
All right, Section 1, Rules and Warm-Up. Before we actually learn new words, we need a system to remember them.
To get the absolute most of this, we're going to use a specific color coding system to boost your memory. Grab your pens. Blue ink is for the translated meaning, black is for the English phrase, green is for your pronunciation notes, and red is for dates and important points. It sounds simple, but this visual breakdown actually trains your brain to memorize things much faster.
Okay, let's warm up those speaking muscles. I want you to think about how you'd answer these questions out loud, in full senses. First, who is your best friend? Second, what qualities should we check while making friends? Maybe they should be intelligent, respectful, or loyal. And number 3, this is a really interesting one. Can parents be our best friend? Keep that last question in mind, because we are definitely going back to it. Moving right along to Section 2, Core Vocabulary and Idioms. Let's explore exactly what these phrases mean. Now, what's really fascinating here is how these everyday concepts translate into precise English phrases. Make sure you're jotting these down. When you form a friendship, you make friends with somebody. When you tell a secret, you share, reveal, or disclose something to somebody. If someone breaks your trust, they cheat or deceive you. A true friend is loyal, meaning faithful and true, while someone who breaks that trust is disloyal.
Let's explore some slightly more advanced visual vocabulary now. To create distance or a fight between people is to cause a rift. A close buddy, that's a chum. But your absolute best, inseparable friend, that is your bosom friend. And if there's a root cause of a fight, like the one single thing everyone is arguing over, we call that the apple of discord. Isn't that just a great piece of imagery?
Okay, this next pair of idioms is literally an everyday essential. A fair weather friend is someone who's only with you in good times, when the sun is shining. But a foul weather friend, that's the person who stays right by your side through the storms, in both happiness and sorrow. We also have harbor grudges, which means holding on to anger against someone in your heart. To gossip or complain about someone is to tattle, and a physical or heated fight is a quarrel or scuffle.
And that brings us to Section 3, the Pronunciation Corner. Knowing the words is honestly only half the battle. Saying them correctly is what gives you true confidence.
Here is a physical trick that is going to completely change how you speak. For the W sound, you need round lips. Think of it as kissing the lips, like you're blowing a kiss. Say it with me out loud right now. We, wet, west. See how your lips round out? Okay, now for the V and F sounds, your lips must be flat. The trick here is to bite the lips. Your top teeth should gently touch your bottom lip. Try it. Very, vet, vine. You should actually feel a little vibration on your bottom lip. Practice these pairs in a mirror. Wet versus vet. Wine versus vine. It makes a massive difference for sure.
All right, moving right along, we arrive at Section 4, Handy English Proverbs. If you want to sound fluent and highly expressive, this is your secret weapon.
This brilliantly illustrates how cultural ideas translate into English. These are so useful. When you want to say that wealth just brings more wealth, the English proverb is money for money and interest besides. When someone is sad because they're broke, we say empty purse always curse. And when someone criticizes you for a fault they also have, you say, look who's talking, or the pot calling the kettle black.
Here are 2 more excellent ones. When a bad situation just gets worse, like one problem piling directly on top of another, we say it's like a pimple grown upon an ulcer. Very visual, right? A little gross, but it works. And if someone is acting suspicious because they know they did something wrong, even without anyone blaming them, the phrase is, "A guilty conscience needs no accuser." Slipping these into daily life will instantly elevate your English.
Okay, Section 5, the model paragraph. Let's see how all this fantastic vocabulary builds into a real story.
Let's read this together, out loud. Ready? Sometimes our friends also become disloyal, but they, our parents, can never be disloyal with us. Our friends only stand by us sometimes, mostly in happiness, but our parents stand by us in both happiness and sorrow. Sometimes friends are only our fair-weather friends, but our parents are always our foul-weather friends. They never harbor grudges against us in their hearts, so we can say parents are almost our best friends. Just look at how beautifully those words, disloyal, fair weather, foul weather, harbor grudges, bring that entire thought to life.
We have covered a lot of ground today, which brings us to our final section, the homework plan. Because honestly, what you do after this explainer is just as important as what we did during it.
Here is your mission for today. 4 active tasks. First, learn all the vocabulary and idioms from Section 2. Really review those notes. Second, practice those W versus V and F word pairs 10 times each out loud. Seriously, do it in front of a mirror so you can watch your lip shape. Third, write a 6 to 8 line paragraph of your own using at least 4 idioms from today. And fourth, memorize just 1 proverb from Section 4 and be ready to explain it in your own words.
To spark your inspiration for that writing task, I want to leave you with that provocative question from earlier. Can parents be our best friend? I challenge you to answer this question using your brand new idioms. Are they foul-weather friends? Do they ever harbor grudges? Think deeply about it, practice your answer out loud, and get ready to speak with total confidence. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Keep practicing those phrases, and I will see you next time.